Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is Ben here at thatcologneguy coming at you with another fragrance review. If you're following my channel, you know that I finished an Amouage sampler set and I'm of the main collection, and I'm moving on now to an Amouage sampler set of Wing Ding 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 Ding, the Library Collection. Just look at this box. And the Library Collection is a little bit different because there's no... usually Amouage puts out a release and then they have a 4-man and 4-woman equivalent. And so oftentimes I'll talk about, you know, whether or not it's just typically for men or typically for women. This is different because all Library Collection fragrances are for women and men. They are considered unisex in the marketing sense. And so there's no 4-man or 4-woman for any of these. These are also different because they all start with Opus. I'll have the Roman numeral, you can see here in just a second. This is 1, 2, etc., all the way to 10, marked with the X because they're in Roman numerals. So they're always called Opus 1, Opus 2. People generally don't say Opus, though. They'll just say 1 of the Library Collection. And I think there's an 11 out now, and I think that's where they stop, but you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. This is 1 through 10. It actually comes with, I just wanted to show you the Opus 1. Right there it is. Perfect. Okay, it comes with a little booklet. And in the booklet, I'm going to read the description of each one, and then you can decipher the message, whether or not it's just marketing or if it actually smells like this. So the idea behind each work is that it's supposed to smell like a particular event or sensation or emotion, and then they describe it. This says, Opus 1, Eau de Parfum, the narrative olfactory evolution of this glorious Chypre. Fragrance was inspired by the start of a pilgrimage in search of knowledge. Whoa. Now, the top is plum, cardamom, and then it has a third note, and I'm not really familiar with it, actually. In fact, I'm not even sure how to pronounce it. It's Bigarade. So, Bigarade, Bigarade, I don't know. And I don't know what it is either, so you'll have to excuse me on that. The heart is ylang-ylang, rose, jasmine, tuberose, lily of the valley, and base is papyrus, cedarwood, guaiac, frankincense, tonka beans, sandalwood, and vetiver. Wow, so you're probably thinking the heart of this, the base of this is quite masculine. And I have to tell you, the base notes here really fly almost under the radar. In fact, I don't want to say don't pick them up, but on my skin at least, these are really toned down. When you think of this fragrance, I would not think of papyrus, cedarwood, guaiac, frankincense, tonka beans, sandalwood, vetiver. You can pick them up, especially the sandalwood. I think I could probably, and to some degree the papyrus. But what this really is the heart. The heart notes are ylang-ylang, rose, jasmine, tuberose, and lily of the valley. And I can tell you now, other than plum in the top note, I would say that is 90% of this fragrance is the heart. Now, of the 10 fragrances in the sampler set, I'm going to say now that, first of all, I'll just make a statement on all 10. There is no fragrance that I would consider, for me, too feminine, however you want to define that. Now, I will say this, because of the ylang-ylang and lily of the valley, tuberose and rose, not so much plum, but this is definitely way over on the unisex, even slightly tilting to the feminine side. This is probably one of the most feminine I would wear, but I have no problems wearing it, though. I just mean you really should expect a lot of the heart notes to dominate here. The ylang-ylang, rose, jasmine, tuberose, and lily of the valley, no doubt. In fact, I would just add plum and maybe just a tiny bit of sandalwood there to pick it up. But the other notes really don't stand out on my skin that much. Quite feminine in a marketing sense. Notes you would associate with feminine fragrances. Too feminine, though, for most guys? No, I really don't think so. I like it. And here's what I would suggest. If you cannot afford the $300 or possibly more for this, or even $150 on a discounter, I would say one that is close to it. If you like Lily of the Valley, check out Ligue Peron. That one is, you can get that cheap. I mean, that is really an inexpensive fragrance. You can get sometimes even, it was like 125 milliliter. I think it's almost a 4.2 ounce. You can get for sometimes around $30, so 1/10 of the price. If you're looking for something with ylang-ylang and more lily of the valley for that one though, but you find this one a little too feminine with the rose and tuberose, check out Ligue Peron. It's got a lion engraved, embossed on the glass, and I've had 3 bottles of it. Absolutely love it. In fact, most people will say that they find it incredibly unisex, timeless, classic, and what they do is they love to spray their bed sheets with it because it just smells so nice. So what a compliment that is. So if you find Opus I too expensive and too feminine for you, you might want to try Ligue Peron, because again, I'm not saying that it smells like it, but if you like the Lily of the Valley, which is a great note, but you're looking for something just a tad more unisex / on the masculine side, give that one a try, because it's super cheap, 1/10 the cost. Okay, now on to the review for this one though. Opus I, as I said, in all of the library collection samples, I don't need to worry about for men or for women because they're marketed towards both. So I'll move on to event. Now, as far as the occasion or the event, this one is, I don't see how anyone could dislike this, and so I would say it's perfect. I envision this more for the office. I mean, I envision this more for formal wear, so either a special event or the office. I don't see this so much as, going out at night, to club. I don't see this as a clubbing scent. Okay, but I see this as more formal, definitely for the office, special events. I don't know if I would classify it as regal, but I would say that it's certainly a classic. It smells very, very nice. You won't find anyone disliking this one. Like most Amouages, it's not so much of the occasion or event as it is, you guessed it, the careful on the trigger. So with the longevity and projection, longevity is incredible, and so you're looking at 12 to 14 hours on longevity, and projection is well beyond an arm's length away from your body. So the scent cloud there, I would go 2 sprays, although when I rank it, that's going to be a problem. Normal wear, if you don't spray on your skin, on your clothes, if you just spray on your skin, I would go 1 on each side of the neck, and that's probably going to do it. I don't think I would do 4. You might want to do 1 on the back of your neck if you like a scent trail, but I wouldn't go more than 3, especially if you're in a small space at work. Okay, so I see this more as a fall-winter, but there's nothing stopping you from spring, and because it is just such a nice fragrance, I mean, you could pull this off in the summer. I don't really see this. It might get cloying in hot weather. I see it more as fall and winter, definitely. For this one, I would envision wearing it during that time of year. Okay, so now, without further ado, let's go ahead and rank Opus. No, well, I guess I'll do the age too, but you know my thing with Amouages. I mean, my age would be whoever can afford it, so it's probably going to be 40 and up. Now, I will say this: it does have a classic side. I could see how someone would say that this has kind of a grandma, perhaps grandpa-ish smell to it. I disagree. I don't think it does, but I wouldn't be surprised if I went to Fragrantica and saw people's reviews saying that it smells like a grandma. I really just wouldn't be surprised. I would politely disagree, though. I don't think that it does. It does smell classic. It does smell old school, luxurious soap, that kind of thing. In fact, if you like that, you should go Prada Amber or Prada Homme, depending on the country. It has 2 names. That one is like luxurious soap, and it has some leather in it, so that's a little bit more masculine. This is on the feminine side, so I would imagine luxurious soap, slightly on the feminine side. It is a classic, and for that reason, I think you'll see 40 and up. I don't envision under 30 really wearing this, but then again, this is my first time reviewing. Well, not my first time. It's rare that I review a true unisex marketed fragrance, and so maybe there are a lot of women out there that wear this in their 20s and 30s. But I would imagine that's what you're going to get, 40 and up. you can tell me if you beg to differ. All right, so without further ado, I'm going to rank this. You know my ranking system, which is how many sprays out of 5 is how I give my final ranking. This one to me, I really like Lily of the Valley, and I also like Plum. My relationship with the tuberose note tends to be very, hit or miss, and this one's not a miss for me, but tuberose is a note that I probably could do without. I frankly think this would be a little bit better without tuberose. Just my opinion. It was 2018, very, very, very popular note. So, that's just me. I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. And if you know my system, 4 out of 5 means I would automatically have it in my collection. 1 would be, or 2 would be a pass. And then 3 is kind of the gray area. 3 is, I would give this a 3 out of 5. But I also definitely would have it in my collection. I enjoy it. It is the one out of the. There are 2 of them, I think, out of the 10 that maybe aren't my absolute favorite, shall we say. But that's how good Amouage is, right? This one is not my favorite, okay? And yet I still would want it in my collection. Just like Figment Man that smells like wet soil. These guys just will not put out something that's just downright terrible. That's my opinion. I love this house so much. And even though I'm not a huge fan of this one, I would give it 3 out of 5 because of the classic element to it. I'd have to say I would definitely, indeed, have it in my collection. Okay, and we would. Here's what we'll say. It is the one tuberose that I would positively want to have in my collection. There you have it. There's the inside scoop. The one tuberose fragrance that I would keep in my collection. You are looking at it right here. Opus I by Amouage. 3 sprays, 1 on each side of the neck, 1 in the back, and here we go. All right, let's see if we can even see it this time. There we go. There's 1. Can you see that? 2. And 3. Okay. In fact, I just want you guys to even see it, just so you know that. There, look at that. Brilliant. All right, there you have it. Amouage, Opus I, by the boards. I will move on to 2, of course, and what I'm doing is I wear it a full day, and then the next day I review it, and I'm looking forward to reviewing all of them. And so don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You know that I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers, and that way I can get my own URL. So if you like this video, if you like this series, if you like my channel, please subscribe. It means so much to me, and really appreciate it. If you know someone else in the fragrance community who also watches these, please forward this on and tell them to subscribe. And thank you so much. Since the last time I did an episode, I have yet another new subscriber. So therefore, we have to do, it's tradition, dictates. Welcome to the Cologne crew. Yes, indeed. If you are my subscriber, we have an official name now for this channel, for all the subscribers, which is the Cologne crew. So welcome to the Cologne crew. Welcome aboard. And again, always remember to hit the notification bell, turn the notifications on, and as soon as I upload a video, you will be notified. There you have it. Thanks so much, guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And always remember, fragrance marks the celebration of today. Take care.